Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Age Gap Relationships. So recently, just being straight up and transparent with y'all, man. So like recently, right? So recently, my girl got siblings, right? She got 3 sisters and 1 brother, right? And one of her sisters is like 18, then she got another sister that's 16, then she got another sister like 10, then her brother is like 9 or some shit like that. But anyway, her 18-year-old sister always into some shit. Like she really hood chick, always into some shit, right? So her 18-year-old sister got into some shit at work. So she get on the phone and calls her and be like, yo, this girl at my job, they trying to jump me, whoop. So my girl telling me, yo, take me to Burlington, take me to Burlington, cause they about to jump they try to jump my sister at her job. I'm like, what you got to do with that? She like, what you mean? That's my sister. I'm like, look, man, them people trying to jump your sister needs to call the police. I'm sitting here telling her that you can't afford it every time your sister get into some shit, go run and jump and get into shit with your sister. You know what I'm saying? I said, at this point right now, shorty, like, you a grown woman fucking with a grown-ass man. You got a lot to lose. And then I told her, I said, I'm be honest with you, I don't have the funds to go get you out of jail for shit like this. Now, it's different if you was being fucked with on your job and, you know, motherfuckers talking about jumping you and shit, that's different. But you talking about going out here, helping your sister fight some girls, some people that you don't even know, and you know your sister is like that. Like, you know your sister causes issues. You know your sister's a troublemaker. So she was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, yeah, so you gotta understand. I'm not trying to tell you to leave your family alone. I'm not trying to tell you that. I'm not trying to break you with your family. But I am telling you that you now are in a different situation in your life where you really can't afford to get involved in shit like that. You feel me? And she was like, yeah. She was like, so you telling me if my sister, if they jump in my sister, I shouldn't go down there and do that. I said, I'm gonna tell you this. Like, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't have the money, the extra money, to bail you out of jail. I don't have the extra money to go through the criminal system with you. Because if you go down there and get into a fight, get arrested, you're gonna get arrested. That means you're gonna have a bail. You're gonna be looking for me to pay the bail. Then after that, you're gonna be going to court. You're gonna be spending the majority of your fucking time driving back and forth. You're gonna spend probably a year of your life driving back and forth from Greensboro to Burlington, fighting the case. I don't have the time or the gas to be doing that. She's like, well, my mama could do it. I said, well, hey, look, man, it's a choice you can make. You can go down there and do that shit, get locked up, and maybe your mama get you out, or you can leave that shit alone, tell your sister to call the police. It's your choice. So she was like, all right. So she decided to leave it alone, but at the same time, you know, this is what, you know, age gap relationship, when you're dealing with a younger woman, this is some of the shit you gotta go through. Because although, you know, even though, you know, my woman, she's not materialistic far as like, but she still has a maturity. She still has an immaturity. She still have immaturity on her. Like, I admit that. Like, when you're dealing with an age gap relationship and she's 20, so you're dealing with immaturity, but it just takes patience, and it takes a man to calm that shit down and explain to them, like, yo, this is not what you want. You don't want to do this type shit, and they'll listen. Like, and my woman listens. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of younger women will listen if you making sense. And if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, they'll listen. But if you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing and you still trying to get them to obey you and all this shit, listen to you, nah, man, they ain't gonna listen to you. But unfortunately, I do my part. So I just let her know. And I guess she realized, like, she gonna fuck all this up. She gonna fuck all this up if she go make some stupid ass decision for her sister who going to go home to mommy. You not. You going to jail. But your sister gonna go home to mommy. And you know that you don't want to go back to that situation with 5 people living in a 2-bedroom house. You don't want to go back to that. So you know, just shut the fuck up, leave that shit alone. Tell your sister, hey girl, you know, leave that shit alone. Call the police, and then, you know, come on back. You know, just leave that shit alone. Cause you know she don't want to go back home, staying with her mama in no 2-bedroom home with 5 motherfuckers, and her mama depending on her. Her mama just as stupid as her mama. I hate to say this, her mama is as stupid as fuck, and she don't want to go back to that shit. Stupid ass mother. Her mama stupid as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Her mama just is stupid, and I just see sitting here like, man, motherfuckers wonder why old men choose to fuck with younger women, because dealing with a woman like her mother that's already done fucked up, already got fucked up situation. Ain't nobody trying to jump into that. Her mama, nah. All right.